Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Taking a look at Dash here. So, Dash, get rid of the Ichimoku system here, and so see kind of a clear picture. What are we looking at? Oh, by the way, happy December. It is that time of year when things can go a little crazy, especially given the state of equity markets and how they are behaving and reacting to all sorts of. The swings going on right now are pretty intense. Actually, we just look at the Nasdaq. Some big spikes across the board. Yeah, the Russell was up around 2% today, and it's just kind of collapsed the remainder of the time. So lots of fears about that Omicron, Decepticon, blur thing going on, and just all sorts of craziness. It's a very interesting time of year and a very interesting year to be in any market right now. But going back to Dash, it's kind of sitting on a threshold here, folks. It's right on a precipice of where it could collapse here very quickly. The daily chart's fairly neutral. 40 is the first oversold level in the bull market, and 50 is the 40 and 50 are the oversold levels. I'm sorry, 50 is the first oversold, 40 is the second and the last oversold in the bull market, and it's oscillating in between those. You got the percent B kind of riding the 0.2, and you got the composite index sitting here fairly neutral. That all of these levels, for the most part, are not sitting at extreme lows in the oscillators, while Dash is, really riding the final kind of support zone here before it would have some type of huge drop. It's kind of concerning if you're a bull. The weekly chart kind of shows that too. If we put the Ichimoku system back on, we've got definite danger zones here with respect to how it's trading. Everything here is very bearish with the exception of where the Chiku span is at, and that's kind of the only saving grace that Dash has right now. It's trading below the Kijun Sen and the Tenkan Sen. It's positioned, in a style. It's not far away from the Tenkan Sen and the Kijun Sen either, so it could move a lot lower. But again, the only thing really kind of preventing a total collapse is the location of the Chiku span, and so the Chiku span, when it is in open space, which is 5 to 10 periods in the future, if it doesn't run into any bodies, that's considered open space. Those are the conditions you want to see the Chiku span in, because that tells you on your chart that you have a lot of room to move and that there's not a lot stopping you. But when you look at the chart here for Dash, that is not the case. It really doesn't have a lot where to go, because if it does move lower, that by next week it needs to. It'll slide into a candlestick. The only time now, Dash would have to close around 114, and then it would be in very, very bearish conditions. Never mind how big of a drop that would be, but then it would be in supreme bearish conditions. But for right now, there is just some congestion that should be expected. That's kind of what we're seeing. And if we're going to measure the barometer for Dash as far as, how easy is it to move into a bull market versus a bear market for Dash, currently because of where the Chiku span is at, it's a little bit easier for it to move higher than lower. Even if Dash were to close at like 210, at or just above the Tenkan Sen, that would put the Chiku span in open space above the candlesticks, which you want. It's not above the cloud yet, but at least there would be probably a little bit of a run towards that 275, 280 zone, but we'll have to see what happens. Otherwise, it's going to be an interesting week, I think, as we watch and see what happens here, and keep you updated. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.